Welcome, folks. My name is Dan from the organizer of the Philip K. Dick Film Festival. From the PKD team, we bring you Liz Guarracino. She is the director of the trailer, best award-winning trailer for the Philip K. Dick Film Festival, which took place back. And we're having some double changing here. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I can hear you.
Sometimes the reception's spotty.
Yes, I can see that. Give me a second. Okay, for some reason I'm getting two images of you here.
Oh, maybe because I tried to do it on the phone just in case I couldn't. There we go.
Okay, there you go. No.
Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, let me just remove everything. That's a common. Okay, got it. That's a common issue with. Yes, it is. It's,
Of course, someone's going to start mowing their lawn.
Do you still have? Okay, got it. I think we're good to go. Unfortunately, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, good. We're sorry for it. This happens all the time with StreamYard, and I'm not sure where it comes from, but I'm glad. For those who just joined us, I'm speaking with Liz Guarracino, director of CHASKA, best award-winning director of the trailer of CHASKA at the Philip K. Dick Festival back in December. So, Liz, why don't you just fill us in a little bit on what made you want to start this ambitious project? And because feature making is never easy, and I wanted to just fill in on your background, your information, and a little bit about the product itself.
Sure. I'm artist and photographer for many years. And about 13 to 14 years ago, I kind of woke up after watching some TV shows and had this idea, and I jotted it down, on my iPhone, and then just sat on it for a long time. But ever since then, it's been on my mind ever since. And then during a recent, I was out of work for a little bit, so I figured it was, a better time than any to write it down and structure it into something that I could make. And originally I was going to make it into like a novel because it's sort of like a trilogy. And then I downloaded an app for a how to do a screenplay, and I just started. It was like it just spilled out of me. And I did a little bit of research before that, and then as I was writing it, I did more research, and it just started building. And it was amazing how fast it came out, and it kind of freaked me out at first. I was like, this is probably terrible. And then I finished it within about a week, and then I sat on that, and then I copyrighted it, and then I did have some writing background in the past, but nothing really published or anything like that. And then I worked on some uh, independent film sets as a set photographer, and I met John Moran, and he read it after a few years of knowing me, and he just started getting really jazzed about the project. And then right about the time uh, I had moved upstate, I went to show some art at the um, Woodhaven Artist Circle in Queens, and I met Mike. What's his name? Mike. Oh, I'm spacing his last name. I think it's Mike O'Neill. And he was like, my friend's gonna shoot your project. And I was like, what? This is crazy. And then I met Miriam, who I think worked for the Film Festival at the start of it. And she's like, oh, you should enter this into a film festival, and you should try the Philip K. Dick Festival. So I did, and I was amazed that I even got, accepted into it. And then here we are today. And I've been working on it ever since the festival. Eduardo Gray is the cinematographer. He brought in a second camera, Ralph K. Murphy, who's his business partner in 1013 Films.
Right.
And me and John started casting right after, I think a few months after the film festival. And
Right.
then we found our lead and her best friend in the same casting, because we had the second girl read. I was like, I had a feeling that she would make a better best friend than the lead. And it was like instant. It was amazing. So we finally got to shoot our first scenes June 3rd at the UFO Festival in Pine Bush,
Mm.
which is the town where I'm living. So it's been amazing.
Wow, that's awesome. And so you shot some scenes already. So I guess you're already in principal photography, right?
Yes. It was, we were planning, I've had to do a lot on my own. John Moran has obviously been very helpful and has been instrumental in just getting this started. And we did the GoFundMe, and then I was able to get everybody together. The festival only happens once a year, and it's an amazing little festival. Um, and it's the UFO Pine Bush UFO and Paranormal Festival. It's also Joan Miller's the coordinator. She works for the town of Crawford, and I was able to coordinate everything beforehand with a Clark with the town of Crawford Police Department, and everyone was just, I mean, open arms from everybody. It's just been absolutely fabulous. And it was kind of like a trial by fire, because our first scenes were at a festival. We had no control over people, sound, it was difficult, but everything just worked out fabulous. And we have a first few scenes. We're going to shoot again October 21st up here for some Halloween events, and get our opening scenes for the trailer, which we're hoping to get back into the Philip K. Dick Festival for the festival in February.
Got it. Well, one thing as a former director myself and having done a feature on Super 16 years ago, I recommend that you really you're doing this already by having this conversation or this interview with us, but get your fans on board from the beginning. That is, have
Oh yeah.
if you don't have this already, a Facebook page or you a Facebook, not just a page, but also a Facebook group where people are kept informed of what's happening, where's the next development, when is the next shooting, maybe a little teasers here and there, not just enough to keep them excited and involved. Because
Yeah.
as a programmer and other programmers tell me that one big mistake a lot of programmers or directors make is that they just shoot the film, and sometimes it's an awesome film, and then when we look at their Facebook page, 3 followers for their film, or
Oh
three,
yeah.
and it really breaks our heart because as you know, part of this business is about building a buzz before it's out there, especially with today's brutal competition. There are a lot of people. So the this is what I would tell all the filmmakers from the beginning: make sure you get your Facebook out, your Instagram, your
Oh yeah, we
TikTok,
have it.
all that, and get people on board from the beginning, because those people are
Yeah.
going to be they're going to be what's referred to as early adopters in
Yeah.
startup technology, and those will be the ones that will be push your film across the board and so on. So, and that's really a big plus.
Yeah,
So
I've started the TikTok and the Instagram right, right after the festival, and just started plugging it away. And right when John Leguizamo was talking about female and Latin representation in Hollywood, I tagged him on my Instagram and he liked the trailers. So that was like super cool. But I'm slowly starting to get other people to help me with the social media stuff, because I've built props. I've also made like 100 pieces of art since June 3rd. It's been a lot. I've done a lot, a little bit too much. I've also gotten a lot of locations, and it's been where we just have to get a little bit more money so I can hire some more people and stuff. But it's been great.
tell us a little bit about the overall the basics plot without giving away the bank. What's the basic plot of the feature you're working on?
Basically, it's about a girl who, a high school girl. She's Latin, half Latin. Um, she wants to find out about her father's side of the family, because there's just her dad and her grandfather. And so she submits her DNA to an ancestry site, which we've created. It's called lineageindustries.com, and we've also made the website for that as well. Um, and she gets picked up by the government a few weeks later, and they start performing all these tests on her, and she has no idea what's happening. And then the doctor, who's Dr. Fish, he's kind of like the medical scientist in charge of her testing, and a super sci-fi geek. He finds out through just the happenings in this underground facility that she's a half alien, half human alien hybrid. So she's gonna have earth-based powers, kind of like nothing too crazy like X-Men or anything like that. I actually spoke with Benton. He was the director and filmmaker for Mirror Man at the
Yes.
film festival last year, and I'm hoping to talk to him also about some indigenous beliefs and sort of like shape shifting and stuff like that, and to do it in a very respectful and meaningful way, because um, there's going to be a lot of culture, a lot of religious references. Just it's just basically life, and just this one girl who's going to eventually have an impact on the world that's going to be very positive.
And one thing I wanted to add, if you don't know this already, is that the government has been doing that very much. I mean,
Yeah.
that is, they've been conducting um, tests on people who are abducted,
Oh
and
shoot! Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I have a
I
I
know.
have a bus waiting for me, so I have to maybe switch this to the phone.
Okay, hopefully we won't get lost. We won't lose the transmission
I
on the way.
know, I know.
This is
It's
very
hard
much
because
a work in progress here.
I know, right? It's like whenever I can get into
Just like the
town to
movie.
do
Yeah.
things, it gets hard. Like you have to schedule things. Okay, I'm going to enter the studio, and then I'll close this one out.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know how. We'll see how that works, folks. Let's stay tuned here. Okay. Well, I'm here at the. Okay. Yes. Let me see if I can bring her in. Okay, listen. Can you hear us or see us? We see like a very a time lapse here. Oh,
Okay. Oh, geez. I was hoping that the bus wouldn't start backing up. Hold on.
okay. We thought that was you. These buses don't wait for anybody.
Hey, how
This
you
is
doing?
live, folks.
All right, good. I'm in the middle of an interview. I'm so
Live.
sorry. All right,
Can't
thanks.
get more live than this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Dan, I'm on the bus.
Okay, and for those who are wondering where this beautiful place is, where is this? Where are you again?
I'm in Pine Bush, New York. It's a hamlet of the town of Crawford.
Okay, fantastic. So tell us a little bit. So I just want to recap that their government is actually working on doing performing genetic tests on abductees,
Right.
and there has been some concern that they are keeping a database, a DNA database of people, mostly criminals, they claim, but that's always the beginning of something a lot more sinister. So you're definitely on the ball with that. So
Yeah, exactly.
there are definitely some people. Annie Jacobson, her book is called Phenomena or Phenomenon. She's written extensively. She's a well-known journalist.
Yes.
You may want to reach out to her, and because she really does spend a chapter or two. I think she spends one chapter in her book Phenomenon on exactly that, on DNA analysis of abductees. There are markers that separates the abductees from the regular population. So,
Yeah. It's cool too because I met Travis Walton, who is the Fire in the Sky story at the
oh
UFO
yes,
Festival this
we
year.
we actually
And
interviewed him a few years back too, 2017.
oh, that's great. That's awesome. I didn't have much time to talk to him, but I kind of gave him the synopsis, like the log line of the movie. And he was like, "Wow, that sounds amazing." So that was kind of cool.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
so you're right now. You're in the process of shooting certain scenes to put together a trailer. Is that correct?
Yeah. Basically, better. We're hoping then it's live action. So it since that was the concept trailer that I had put together, that one last year. We've just been basically trying to do the same, and make it like a real Hollywood trailer, but also we're also going to be shooting in October, October 21st. They do a lot of like Halloween and paranormal events through the museum up here, and I'll have a few scenes done for that, and then we'll throw that in. Hopefully, just because we'll have the trailer pretty much almost complete by then, and then
Now,
I'm trying to
you
make
said
some events also, so I can um, just keep shooting as we go.
now you mentioned that John Leguizamo read the script, or you heard. I mean, just recap on that. Into
Oh
talk
yeah,
with him.
just recently when he was talking about Latino representation in the media, I had tagged him the winning trailer, and he liked it almost immediately, which was awesome. So it's slowly but surely I'm getting it, into people's ears, and
And as you might know, John is involved in a PKD feature, or they'll be making one in the next year or so. I think the
oh, that's amazing.
Yes, yes. I think I forget the title. This Moons of Alpha Clan. It's he's working. The last time I checked, he was still part of the project.
Oh,
So
that's really cool.
it's very interesting how all these things are kind of coming together here. Travis Walton, we interviewed him.
I
John
know.
Leguizamo. It's almost
It
and the
feels
way
like
the
that.
and for those filmmakers or people who want to get into film, this is a clear indication that something is almost like meant to be.
It
When you say
is
you
truly.
started writing and almost wrote it, you wrote the whole script or you just wrote the scene?
No, I wrote the whole script, and I'm working on the second and the third one as time goes on because since I've met some of my characters, they've developed backstories. I've thought of other ideas since I've been up here. Originally, we were going to take it to Area 51, but then we decided to keep it in Pine Bush because it's the Northeast capital or UFO. Forgot what it's called. It's like a big hub up here for
Yes, yes,
UFO activity.
and that's where
They
you
have
are.
it Area 52. Yeah.
That's where you're
And I
staying.
just
That's
happened to
that.
move up here, and I had the story written and copyrighted for years. I couldn't believe the how it just all came to be, basically.
No, that sounds really like the winds of are definitely supporting you here,
Yes.
and definitely that's something to be aware of. Any filmmaker who's in the process ever written a script, and it gets to a point where the characters almost want to be write themselves, and 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 that's the
Yeah.
talk about flow states, but that's pretty much what we're looking at is at a moment where you no longer have to worry about the characters dictating to you what has to be done, what has to be written.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's been amazing, and my lead is from Spain, so I'm just thrilled that we have that option to expand into a global audience because it's already global anyway, where she has to go eventually. Um, but the doors are opening up into different countries that I'll be able to shoot in, like Germany. My friend Katerina um, has opened up her doors. She's it's pretty much like this bed and breakfast on the North Sea, and it's just amazing how everything keeps coming together.
That's fantastic. That's great. So what are that? First of all, two more questions before we let you go. The first is what are the next steps for you right now? And you say in October you're going to be shooting some scenes.
Yes. October we're shooting a couple of scenes to add into the trailer. It's like a Halloween. They have like haunted houses and stuff like that, haunted events. And then once we have the trailer complete and I enter it into the Philip K. Dick Festival for February,
Right.
I'll also be planning these events where we're gonna show the trailer. I'll have music that'll be featured in the movie, all the artwork that'll be featured in the movie, and just try to get as many people in the community aware of what's happening. And then I'll be talking to some theaters also in the area and in Brooklyn that'll we'll be able to rent out the theater and start, really showing it. I really want to get back to that sort of like waiting online for this, this great movie that no one knows about, and
Right.
through word of mouth, it'll just sort of develop into something special, I hope.
Do you have any date for the release of the feature itself, or at least not the release, but the final cut? Any, or are you doing it on a piecemeal basis? How is your approach?
Yeah, we're just trying to do it on piecemeal basis right now because our crew, Eduardo and Ralph, work on features and they also work on cooking. It's a cooking show on Roku. So
Okay.
they're constantly traveling. And then some of the actors are also do a lot of traveling. So it's a lot of moving pieces that I'm trying to just, once I have a date, then I just see if we can get everybody on that date and then we go from there.
Fantastic. Well, that's I've seen that more and more these days about having uh, that approach to filmmaking, where you meet one weekend, then you meet 2 weekends afterwards, and before you know, you have the whole piece completed. And I'm
Yeah,
hopefully it will be sooner than before later.
exactly. I'm hoping by next year,
That's
honestly.
that's great, and yeah, it seems like you're really already reaching out to the right people that will support you
Yes,
along the way.
this
And
town has been amazing.
so so where can people see you or hear more about your by the progress of your film, and in case you want to do more fundraising, where they can go to and get all that information?
Well, you can go to www.chaskathemovie.com.
Okay.
Then there's www.lineageindustries.com. And then we've got the TikTok, Instagram. I'm working on it in the Facebook, and all that other stuff.
So Chaska, www.chaska.com and www lineage
ChaskaTheMovie.com.
oh chaskathemovie.com
Mhm.
and lineageindustries.com.
Right. It's funny because I had to make it themovie.com because there's an Indian street food movie that came out in 2022, I think, called Chaska.
And yes, I want to ask you, what is the origin of Chaska? What made you come up with that term? Was it just
I
another-
I was googling different names, honestly, and I just stuck on that one. There's different meanings to it, so I
okay?
have it'll come out in the movie of what the meaning is.
Absolutely.
As the
Well,
fun.
definitely keep us intrigued.
I will.
That's how you get the audience on board. Well,
Exactly.
Liz, look, it's been great speaking with you, catching up.
Thank you so
Hopefully,
much. Thank you for tolerating me on the move.
well, absolutely. This is part of how we do what we do. On the move kind of work.
Wheeling and dealing.
We'll definitely include those two links on the information on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and so on.
Okay.
And any new developments, please keep us on the board. As soon as you have your Facebook, keep let us know.
I will. I sure will. Thank you so much, Dan. It's good to see you, and I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Have a
Okay,
good one.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, I know about the movie.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
Just in time. So thank you all for joining. This is being an interview with Liz Guarracino, award-winning filmmaker of the trailer Chaska. Hopefully she'll have a live action trailer for us back in coming up in February 2024. A couple of things about our festival in case just tuning in. First of all, we're doing a Philip K. Dick European Festival in October 27th and 28th. So if you're in France and the vicinity of Lille, which is about 100 miles north of Paris, please shoot us an email, and definitely we'll bring you in as a guest. October 27th, 28th of this year. We'll be making the announcements of the winners of the official selections in a week or so. So definitely keep us in the loop for that. The second thing is February 2024 is going to be another exciting year for the Philip K. Dick Film Festival. We're actually looking at doing a fashion show, a sci-fi fashion show, futuristic fashion show. So right now, we're one of the actual filmmakers who appeared a few years ago, and he's actually a fashion producer, coordinator. So we'll keep you on board with regarding that. Our goal is to make it as exciting, as engaging as any. In addition, we'll be reaching out to some people who are either friends of Philip K. Dick, who have worked with Philip K. Dick, or have worked on his works. So we'll definitely keep you posted. Always need to, if you want to reach us, you can reach us through our website, thephilipkdickfilmfestival.com, and one of us will be more than happy to reach out to you. Lastly, if you like what you saw, and again, please excuse the technical issues we had in the beginning, thanks to our still antiquated StreamYard system, or at least the internet. Please click on the link below, subscribe, support us. If you're on Facebook, please like this page, get the word out. We really rely on your support to get everything out and to really build this festival to where it deserves to be. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We'll be tomorrow, by the way, I'll be doing a PKD news, a 15-minute basically recap of of the week's news on science and science fiction. So if you have a chance, please catch up, and we'll see you then. So you have a good one, and stay healthy, stay well, and see you soon. Bye-bye.